So my name is Nick Umbs. I am a recent MFA graduate from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and I'm a part of the Postcard Collective. The Postcard Collective is a group of people that 4 times a year send postcards across the nation and internationally in order to have a little bit more connection in a space that we've been lacking this connection. It started out in 2010 with Camden Hardy, the founder of the collective. He had an interest in a documentary, a Ray Johnson documentary called How to Draw a Bunny. He also was graduating from the photography program at Montana State and watching his friends slowly disperse across the country, across the world, and he was mourning the loss of Polaroid film and the tangible photo object. He enrolled into a exhibition class his first semester at the University of Arizona, and there was an experimental gallery space open, so he wrote this like one-off blog post as a call for entry, and it took off. Then here we are 11 years later with a much larger group within the collective itself, as well as many people who take part in the collective's quarterly exchanges from all across the world. The uh, the collective really is kind of driven by this intrinsic human desire to share experience. The mission is more or less to maintain a network of individuals that seek to share art with each other in the form of postcards, as this direct line of communication between artists and to promote a sense of camaraderie and connectedness throughout the collective and the world. These postcards come from all kinds of artists from various backgrounds, including printmakers, people who work with paper to create moving sculptures as postcards, photographers, and all kinds of painters as well. It really is a wide group of people from across the world. We've had people in the collective or participate in the exchanges from, I believe, every continent except Antarctica, although the collective has actually shown postcards in Antarctica once, which was an interesting experience for them. And the within this particular exhibition, the artwork was selected as a sort of large swath of images that the have stuck out to the collective members throughout the years. So we put out a little everybody share your favorite works from your participation within the collective, and we created a folder that everybody could put their images in. We um, then curated this and added a couple others that were the higher ups in the collective's favorites, and a couple others that I found were particularly interesting and showcased the global camaraderie within the collective. When COVID hit, this became a little bit more interesting as well, because we were already interested in the sending of a postcard in a digital age, making this physical object that expresses a desire to reach out and connect with others. It has a physicality with hand scribbled notes. You have the clumsily placed postage stamps, and there's also the damage that happens within shipment. So there's this rich narrative that's created and added to this already rich piece of art that somebody has made, and it really can't exist in the cyberspace. With COVID, obviously, more people were looking for that connection as we lost it, and it's been interesting to look at this collective as both a reprieve from COVID as a way to kind of step outside of that, but also as a way to strengthen the connection between individuals across long distances and to share that creative drive with everyone. So personally, I think global collaboration is incredibly important because you end up with a mixing of ideas, a showcasing of new thought processes, and especially in the art world, you get to see creatively what other people are doing outside of your own network. And from coming from somebody who's been at UWM and in the Milwaukee area most of my life with only traveling outside a few times, every time I do get out of that network, it's been absolutely amazing to see what other people are doing, the way that their thought process works, the different techniques that people are coming up with that, you would never necessarily see in the mainstream media. And this collective has introduced me personally to all kinds of different artists that I don't think I would have ever come across if not for a mutual interest in this physical card object that we can send through the mail. We've had a couple of people who work really heavily with collage that kind of re-invited me into the collage space. We've had a lot of people who work with paintings or photography that I've been able to then teach to my students some of their stuff because it's been relevant to classwork. And I don't think that in this time where there are so many people, that finding a network is as easy as it might have been in the past, especially with trying to find a super diverse and widespread network across the world. The US feels super isolated to me, and having something like this or the other collectives within this exhibition really help to showcase that it's not just one continent and then the next continent is totally separate. We all have these interconnected desire for creativity and desire for human connection.